Guys, you can't make this stuff up. I really do feel like I'm on the Truman Show. Like I've been just like plucked out of reality and put on this soundstage where everyone is just like, how badly can we mess with her till she figures it out? I joked in my last stream earlier tonight that, hey, there's a new email ballot. Maybe the secretary will get one right. Because he hasn't gotten one right yet. People, you can't make this stuff up. Remember, we're the third largest political party, and this is who the LNC picked to replace me. Replace me. Let me show you something. Honestly, I'm kind of rooting for the guy now, before his term is over, to at least get one email ballot right. Let me show you. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Share my screen. Good morning, Charles. Okay, let's look at this latest email ballot. Plus, I wanted to talk about this ballot anyway with Brave Serepke. Okay, here's the email ballot. Disband candidate support committee. Votes are due to the LNC business list by April 3rd. It was started on April 26th. Okay. I just don't even know what to say anymore. I just really don't. It's a clown car. I'm rooting for you, guy. Maybe in the next 30 days you'll get an email ballot right. I am terrified for the convention minutes. My God. And if you all were on my earlier stream, you saw I was stressing out because in a footnote of like a, 40-page document, I found the tiny error. And I am going to release version 2 of that document because of that. Guys, the basic job skill to be a secretary of any organization, but particularly of the third largest political party, is attention to detail. And again, it doesn't mean you won't ever mess some things up. But we are beyond the point of ridiculousness right now. Like to the point where I'm beginning to think he's deliberately effing with me. Because no one can be this bad. It's... Okay. Ooh, deep breath, Karen Ann. Deep breath. But let's talk about this cowardly motion. So rather than remove someone who doesn't have the integrity to resign as chair of the Candidate Support Committee while they're actively working against the nominated candidate of one of our affiliates, rather than having the courage to do that, the LNC is choosing to disband the entire committee instead. That is the equivalent of saying, oh, I have a dirty cup in the sink. I think I'm just going to throw out all the dishes in my house and get new ones, rather than just wash the one cup. Now, technically, this starts to get into more Roberts than our national chair knows. I'm surprised somebody hasn't brought this up, though I'll tell you the cure of it. But I'm just surprised all the people on the LNC who like to pretend like they're parliamentarians. The term of this committee is set in the policy manual. They have to amend the policy manual in order to disband it early. Or they could just have the courage to say, you know what? Perhaps the chair of the Candidate Support Committee shouldn't be actively working against an affiliate's endorsed candidate. I can't imagine having so little courage. Now, technically, if this motion passes with the appropriate vote threshold to suspend the rules in the policy manual, then the fact that the motion was ill-formed, it's a distinction that doesn't make a real-world difference. But they're not amending it, and they're not suspending the rules. And I think if we look at that motion again, let me look at it. He put the vote threshold as a majority. Not a majority of the entire LNC, just a majority. Whereas to suspend the rules would be 2/3. These people do not know what they're doing. And surprisingly to me, there's 7 sponsors of this motion. One of them being Chris Lucchini, who, of course, didn't ask his region. Dude, I was rooting for you to have at least one email ballot right. Champ, you got a few more tries until convention. You can do it. My word.